I'm not disputing the existence of more, because being interested in astronomy and the design of the universe, it's very clearly there are patterns in everything. So, but do I believe in the God of the Bible? I think there could be many gods in the Bible. Do I believe the Bible is the ultimate holy work? I believe has many times, if there was a hand of God on it, that it's been touched too many times by those in power who are using it to manipulate or control the people. I mean, take into account time period. You have a lot of poor people. Well, you could relate this to any time period. How are you going to control poor people while there's a minority of rich people? And how do those rich people keep their money? And how do they control people who are dissatisfied living on nothing? How do you make them feel better? Well, tell them if they're good and long-suffering, that there's a reward for them afterward, and that they should follow the rules, or there'll be even worse suffering than they could have on earth, that they could go to hell. So there's different things that I think that have tainted what can be a beautiful thing. I could still be inspired by the Bible, and different parts of it are so beautifully written and inspiring that I'll probably never lose my interest in it. The stories in it are interesting. I find it funny when hardcore, I'm going to call them hardcore Christians, I guess they'd be fundamentalists, who want to follow the letter and say no against in gay people, and go by the Bible. I think, well, if you want to go by the Bible, every letter, I think you should read all of the laws. Read all of them, and follow all of them, and your life will very much change, and you'll find yourself to be a big hypocrite. It's retarded. Personally, I believe if there is a God, I'm talking to myself, and I think the person's woken up. I'm making a video, and you guys can't see if anybody's awake, so no, nobody's awake, so I'm just being paranoid. If there was a God, I would like to believe in one that would love me as I am with all my faults. Because if he created me, didn't he create me this way? So if I am gay, which I'm not, because of clear experience, if I was, though, I would not think that the God who made me would hate me. I think that's ridiculous. So that's my view on that. Having said that, I got off track, but what I could see about religion, one of the good things, but it's a negative, is that it got me through a rough time. It was something to hold on to. It was something to believe in. I have a paper journal entry where I was writing that I wanted God to forgive me and forgive my stepmother for hurting me and forgive me for feeling animosity toward her. I literally cried in that journal about it, and so I was taught forgiveness and different morals, and I'm not saying they can only be taught within religion, because I don't believe that's true. I think we can be taught these in other ways, but that taught me that when I had examples around me that could easily have taught me otherwise. I think, though, more so it was my own personal searching that did that. I think dislikes about religion, the mob mentality, which can happen in so many things, people blindly following something without truly searching their soul, just finding it convenient to believe in something because it makes life easier, which I can understand. There are many people who feel that if they do follow the rules and go to church or do something according to their particular religion, that it makes everything okay, or at least it gives some reason, or it makes them better, or whatever. And I can dislike that. I think that's putting some of your own personal responsibility, which I have an issue with. I have to take more personal responsibility. I think it's putting it onto something else. I can understand giving it up to God and letting go of your worries and putting it up. I can understand why there are happier people within religion or church environments, but and I'm not, that's one of the likes. You have a supportive group. I don't like how you can be cast out though for questioning it or not adhering to it. I don't like that. So what I like about religions is the vast variety of it. I really would like to continue to build my collection of religious texts because I think there's something beautiful to be found in most all of them. Especially if you're a Christian, I think you should open up something else. Heck, be daring and read the Gospel of Judas. It's not evil. Look at the history of the texts of the scrolls. Look at how they were selected by leaders and think, of course there's other scrolls. Of course there's other teachings out there. There were many destroyed, but that were, past that were even older than that. But I mean, read different things. If your faith is strong, you're not going to be, you may be altered in some way, but it's not going to be for the negative. Perhaps you may have a personal struggle within, because if you're questioning, but wouldn't you want a God that would allow you to question? Because the more you question and learn, the more answers you're going to find for yourself, I think. Or it's never ending. I think spirituality is a path and you continue. I've changed a lot though with my views about religion, obviously. But I think you should read as much as you can, and not just one book, and not just your church's pamphlets. Let's look at different, everybody picks on the Jehovah's Witnesses, but I have to say, I like that they like to study their works. They do have a great study method, impeccable study method, and very impressive study method. Bad thing, narrow focus, and other bad things. But they're not the only religion. I don't, that has abused their power. Christianity is the worst. So, but having said that, I adore people that believe in something. And more so though, if they, I think at the heart of it all should be some understanding and acceptance that everybody is different. And that's what I find bad about religion, is when it's not because of the particular religion, it's because of leaders within it who want your tithes, your devotion, and unquestioning loyalty that cause you to be scared of those who believe differently. And that's bad. I don't think that's good. I think that's why we have a lot of ignorance going on right now about certain differing religions, that personally, the whole irony of it all, the fact that the Christianity basis, where do you think these people written about in these texts, if you believe they're true, where do you think they came from? What civilizations are we not even seeing but watching being destroyed that have the roots over there? Anyway, people aren't thinking. They're not thinking. What would truly we be believing if cultures hadn't moved this here, and different governments hadn't been formed, and people of power, and anyway, I'm not gonna make it under 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to keep cutting.